Hi guys, I'm back here. I got the CV1 in the stand. It's all done and test ridden and made a great video and made a little sales sheet with all its info. No one cares. Hopefully someone will buy it someday. Summer's here. But in this video, a guy made a Facebook marketplace listing. I'd seen him do some other listings. They disappeared really fast. I called him and he's like, I won't hold anything, and I couldn't get up there in time. He had every hand tool in the world, $100. He had a really nice wheel trimming stand, $100. Had a couple other things, just disappeared instantly. This time it sat around for a day and didn't disappear. So I actually called him, and I had to go up to that neighborhood anyways to pick up the old MB1, because I'm going to show it to a guy today if he doesn't flake, and put it up on the eBays. And I want to show you guys what I got. I went there because he put, without any photos of it and with a bad description, a Park fork alignment gauge, which is old school, very cool, very hard to come by. I paid $250 for my last one 10 plus years ago and had to leave it at Kenton when I sold Kenton. So I haven't had one forever. I didn't need one because I had a frame alignment table, which I don't have right now, so it's cool to get one. And he also had a Park digital scale, which you hang in your stand, and you can set your bikes on it and get a weight of the bike. Or you can, what I really like it for is when I'm shipping a bike or wheels, I'll just hang the whole box off a couple of dead inner tubes and hang it on the Park scale, so I get a real accurate shipping weight. So I'm going to overcharge like crazy later. So those are the two things I got, but then he's also, when I was there, I was like, what about this, what about this? He's like, oh, that's free, that's free, that's free. It's all the free end of the table. So I ended up getting a bunch of free stuff, which is always makes a trip worthwhile. So let's check out my pile. Let's show it off. So this is a very cool tool. The Park model FT4 fork clamp and gauge. It's missing a knob, and this knob's a little busted. And I'll show you what this does in a second. Basically it clamps in the vise. You put your fork in here, tighten it down, you set this against the crown to make the crown even, and you slide it out to the dropouts. And you can make sure the dropouts are aligned. If not, you can bend them until they are. Slides up and down. Very cool tool. This is one of my favorite tools that I missed. It's a Park digital scale. So you can clamp this in your stand and you can weigh bikes. This is really, really handy for shipping bikes. I put the whole box in here with like an inner tube wrapped around it and hang it on here so I get accurate shipping quotes. Might be missing the back cap. Whatever. It was $40. I just missed a really nice one for $30 at Bike Farm. I'll never forgive him for it. He just started throwing in stuff on the table, saying that ends the free end. Like, he threw in all these red rags. He threw in this tape gun, which will come in really handy for shipping bikes. I gave him $5 for these two giant tap handles, so I can run me some taps. This one is very big. It's very cool. This little one's perfect for like pedal taps and stuff. I paid $15 for this crown race removal tool, which I didn't even look at and have no idea if it's broken or complete. Hey, that is like brand new. Cool, cool, cool. And it sort of works by like clamping it between your crown race and your fork. You can tighten it down so these little jaws tighten underneath your crown race and tighten and tighten and tighten. You can pop it up and you can whack it with a hammer a few times and pop it off. Very cool tool. I still prefer my chisel and hammer method. Here's another thing he threw in for free. Old plug-in drill and some bits. And some whatever used pedals. And some more whatever used pedals, but still, you know, free pedals, even for builds. I asked him about these. I think he threw these in for free. These are flex zones for going inside your seat tube. I've been having a lot of middling bikes lately that have a lot of paint and burrs and stuff in the seat tube, so these are great for just running them on a drill and getting all the burrs and stuff cleaned out. Threw in a couple of sets of pedal taps, 1/2 inch 9/16. Very cool. I already have some Park pedal taps, so these will probably go up on eBays. A complete M5 hardware kits. A lot of used stuff, still some new stuff. I don't think any of the new stuff is stainless, so I'm not super excited about it, but for free, it's $80 or $90 kit. It's pretty great for spacers. He threw in this other kit, some spoke nipples, and then some random little hardware and bits and bolts and stuff. Some 4, some 6. He threw in this partially leftover Park Tools kit for free, with a big giant 10, which I don't have, so that's exciting. A T30 and a T40, so not the common sizes. The common ones are probably used or broke or lost. Some sockets, a nice little 3/8 Craftsman extension, an 8mm. It's good for cranks and stuff. I mean, I'll use some of it. He threw this in. He said I didn't even know what it was. So this is a Park Tools for little kids' bikes and little tiny bikes that have not enough seat post showing. You can pop their seat and post out, put this in, it expands to any size, and you can clamp this in the stand. So, especially if you're doing a lot of kids' bikes in a row, you can just slap all the bare frames on while assembling them, do the seat post and seat last. Pretty handy for some stuff. Old school. A little wire with an axle vise, so you can wire it to your vise and not lose it. It's a pretty mangled little axle vise, but they come in handy once in a while. Also threw this in for free. It's a bunch of little ferrule end caps and cable crimps. Good, I've been short on those for a while. Threw this in for free. A bunch of drill bits, screwdriver bits, some wood drill bits. I never have enough drill bits and number 2 Phillips screwdriver bits, to be totally honest. More drill bits he threw in for free. More drill bits. Oh, these are extractor bits. So these are like left-hand thread and tapered. So you can drill a hole in something that's really mangled or broken off and hammer this guy in and then try and twist it out. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't, but sometimes they do. It's the last case, but really fits in here tight. Another free case of parts. Most of this will probably go up on eBay. Oh, looks like there's some little impacty sockets. Weirdness. A few other complete socket sets. A few more little screwdriver bits. A nice Park Tool bottom bracket tool. This is one you need for like SKF bottom brackets, some other stuff. And then 3, looks like maybe 1 or 2 of them is even brand new. FSA little bottom bracket. For steel cartridge bottom bracket tools. Got 3 of those guys. Usually get about $10 a piece for these on eBay, so that's cool. Spark plug socket. Missing the little O-ring. I broke a spark plug with one of these missing the O-ring once. Don't do that. Some other random Taiwanese and Craftsman sockets. Like whatever, but it's nice to have tools. And I don't have tools, and some places I need them, so. But yeah, this is my little haul. So most of this stuff is free. Some of it's worth some money. And we'll do a little fork alignment on this too. Check it out. So here's a little demonstration of how you use this little Park fork alignment gauge. It's old school, so it's only made for 1-inch forks, but you can do 1-inch threaded or threadless. But not enough room to fit 1 1/8 in here. Do it upside down, it can be a little easier to see. So the fork slides in these little dies. And you can kind of tighten it down. Before it gets too tight, slide this guy down to about the fork crown. Usually on a lug bike, you do it right on the edges of the crown. It's a unicrown fork, so we'll just try it. You can see there's 3 little lines here, and there's a little gap on the other side. You can see. So we'll twist it until it's touching both sides evenly. Maybe we can come down a little bit lower. So it's touching both sides evenly. Then we'll tighten the big clamp down on the steer tube so the fork can't turn anymore. Then we lower this guy all the way down, come down here and check the fork. So it's got the 3 lines. So we look at the fork. I believe this outside line is the 100 millimeters. And so I'm just doing it to the dropout eyelet. This outside line lines right up the dropout eyelet on both sides and is touching on both sides. So this fork is technically aligned. On many bikes I'll come into the dropout, I'll do it from the top. I like to be able to slide in and make sure that it is perfectly aligned, but that's probably honestly close enough. If these braze-ons are added separately, I wouldn't trust them, but if they're cast into the dropout like this, I sure will. So yeah, touches the crown, touches the blades, and it's even. If one of these was bent way in, we could grab this fork leg and bend it out. If one was bent way out, we could bend it in, just to make sure that they're touching and they're on the same line. Yeah, these outside lines are a perfect 100. The inside are like, I'm going to move this all the way in. Come back and drop it into the dropout so we can get a shot of that. Here's what it looks like all the way dropped into the dropout. You can see the outside line touches perfectly. They both touch the dropout. They both touch the dropout on the bottom. Both touch the dropout on the top. Spaced perfectly. This fork is perfectly aligned. And maybe one of these days we'll get an actually slightly tweaked fork like we did on the Bridgestone 400, which I had to align the old-fashioned way with a piece of paper and a glass flat table. And we'll be able to throw in this and align it real fast and it'll be super cool. So thanks for watching my sweet Facebook Marketplace scores.